While the best phones out there getting more and more expensive and rumors prepare us for a new iPhone that will cost more than $1,000, cheap phones are getting better by the day. We have one such cheap phone up for review, the new Galaxy J5 2017, the latest in Samsung's popular J series. The new J5 moves the series away from cheap plastic designs of the past and into the modern era of aluminum phones. It adds a fingerprint scanner, a feature sorely missing on last year's model. It's not the fastest around, but gets the job done and is conveniently located in the home button up front. The most notable design element of the phone are the cellular antennas on the back. They form a half of a curved rectangle, a look unlike that on any other phone. This is particularly noticeable on the pink and gold J5 models. There is also a black and a blue color option, where the same antenna lines blend with the color of the phone and are far less noticeable. Our personal favorite is the black. It looks stunning. The other notable thing about the new J5 is the position of its loudspeaker on the right side of the phone, just above the power key. It's a strange place for a speaker, but it actually makes sense. It's one place you don't cover with your hand when you hold the phone, so you don't have the usual problems with muffled sound. The buttons are made of metal and feel clicky and responsive. On the bottom you'd find a micro USB port for charging the J5. No USB-C here, unfortunately. On a positive note, the phone does come with an audio jack and it's a dual SIM phone, which is great for travelers. Finally, the new J5 lacks any form of special water protection, so use it with care in the rain or by the swimming pool. What has not changed much from last year is the screen. The J5 2017 ships with a 5.2-inch Super AMOLED display with a 720 by 1280 pixel HD resolution. The display is properly laminated and features oleophobic coating, which is not so common on affordable phones. What is not great is the resolution. It's just too low, even for an affordable phone. In practical terms, this means that you get to see slight pixelization, especially noticeable when you read text. Colors default to the punchy adaptive display mode. It does not look bad at all, but there is a noticeable blue tint to the screen. Luckily, you can change that easily. Go into Settings, Display, Screen Mode, then into Color Balance and manually reduce the green and blue channels a few steps to get a more balanced look. Of course, here you can also try the other color modes that are not as vivid as the default one. Interface and functionality. Samsung Experience, the company's custom Android interface that used to be known as TouchWiz, has improved a ton. The J5 features its latest version, the 8.1, the same one that runs on much more expensive phones like the Galaxy S8. First-party apps are top quality. The weather app, the calendar, the Notes app, even the email client look clean and rich in options. At the same time, third-party apps just do not run as well on the J5 2017 as Samsung ones. Facebook is one clear example. The newsfeed scrolls with a stutter and opening a photo album is frustrating. The app just freezes for seconds on end. Browsing with Google Chrome is a similar story. Open more than one tab and it starts to stutter and freeze. The phone runs on an Exynos 7-octa system chip with 2GB of RAM on board. This just does not feel powerful enough, and that is probably my biggest gripe with the whole experience. And then there is the software update situation. All of the interface is based on the modern Android 7 version, but we do not know whether or when will this phone be updated to newer software. Cheap Android phones are just not great at getting updates. The J5 2017 comes with a 13-megapixel f1.7 camera on the back and a 13-megapixel f1.9 shooter up front. And they are okay. Just okay. You can double-click the home key to get directly to the camera app. What strikes me most about using this camera is that it's a bit on the slow side. Slow to start and slow to focus. Look at the pictures yourselves. Almost everywhere the sky is terribly burnt, there is not a ton of detail, it just looks kind of average. The phone can also shoot video at up to 1080p Full HD resolution. Take a look at a camera sample.
Hey, what's up guys, Victor with PhoneArena here, and today we're testing the camera on the Samsung Galaxy J5 2017 edition. Now we have a 13 megapixel camera on the back that's capable of recording 1080p full HD video, so let's test this out. So right now I'm moving from the shadows and into the bright light, so let's see how the phone is able to handle the different exposure. Of course, the sun is now in and the scene is completely different.
Call quality on the Samsung Galaxy J5 2017 is okay without any major issues, but not as clear as on a flagship. We found it a bit more challenging to understand what our colors are saying in busier environments, but if you're not out on a busy street, you should be just fine. Finally, battery life. The phone comes with a 3000 mAh battery cell, and given its non-taxing HD display and power-efficient processor, you'd expect it to last a lot. It does. We averaged around a day and a half, and on days where we weren't busy Instagramming and Snapchatting, we got 2 full days off the charger. That's definitely more than most other phones out there. We also ran our custom battery test on the new J5 and saw a nearly 15% improvement in battery life over last year's J5. So all things considered, is the Galaxy J5 2017 the right phone for budget buyers? We are not certain. At its €260 price in Europe, it is very slightly cheaper than the Galaxy A5 2017, and you get a lot more with the A5, much more impressive design and a water-protected body, sharper display, faster performance, slightly better camera, double the storage and more RAM. Or you can look at the iPhone SE, also with double the storage, vastly superior performance and much better camera. The Moto G5 Plus is another excellent option. It costs the same as the new J5, yet runs much smoother, has a faster and better camera and double the storage. In such a fiercely competitive market, the J5 2017 feels a little meh, and it's definitely not pushing any boundaries.